what you need, tell me what you wanna give, how much blood would you bleed? I'ma tell you I'm a misconceiver, I'm a believer. Someone better kick my fever. Tell me it's 100 degrees underneath my whole flesh. Everyone tells me it's a bit of a mess. Someone tell the wrist I was never at the hit. I would never get this off my chest though. I'm forgetful. Someone better tell me I was always on the edge. Overstay your bearings, I would never underestimate. Oh barely, my bets are off. Everything was better off. Oh barely, my bets are off. Everything was better off. Take your eyes off me, don't want to see me when I'm gone. Moral of the story was you're wrong. Everything I gave and everything I lost. Good things come at a cost. I left it on your head, and when you ever overstated, your thoughts are never everything you wanted when you want. I'ma take it in the head with the signs of the distort. I'ma leave it on the side, you on the Christ when the breath on this set. Let me speak on behalf of the dead. I'ma leave, I'ma speak, I'm the sick in the head. Come on, come on. Oh barely, my bets are off. Everything was better off. Oh barely, my bets are off. Everything was better off. Till the wrist I was never at the hit. I would never get.
Coach, for my money, it's the best time of the year, playoff football time, as postseason action descends upon FedEx Field just outside of D.C. Ahead, we'll decide the second entrant to next week's NFC title game, as we've got a great one in store between the Carolina Panthers and the Washington Redskins. Who will punch the fourth and final ticket to the conference championship round? We'll know soon enough as we are underway here on a January afternoon. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. They'll run on first down. Swift. He's got daylight. The 30. 10. Touchdown, Washington. A great play there. 75 yards as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter.
Well, this has been a quick strike offense all season long, finding many different ways to manufacture big plays.
They had a big playoff preview today in the papers, and it was about who would set the tone. Well, they just set the tone right there. Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And a couple yards deep, he'll go to a knee. He won't return it. And they'll take it out to the 25. Slade trying to run inside, but nothing there. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom. Quick, quick, quick. And what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
Check tight, check tight, check tight. You got motion man. You got motion man right there. 22 jet bomber.
Now a fake on the give here as they try to run pass option. Going quickly out wide to Moore. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line.
One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So as they move forward defensively, got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
The Redskins on third down, putting an extra man here in the secondary. From the gun, Franks into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. He's picked off at his own 47. And what a return as he brings this one all the way back to the 25-yard line. He's had a fantastic rookie season, made a lot of lovely throws, but that wasn't one of them.
Well, we got to give him one, don't we? I mean, with the year he's having, a lot easier for he and his teammates to accept that throw, because for the most part, what they've seen, it's been pretty sensational.
They'll run on first down. Swift. And, a little spin cycle. Room to run now. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Washington. A great effort there with his second touchdown in this opening quarter. And the Redskins are able to stretch the lead out further. Extra point through the snowflakes, up and good. And that'll make the score 14-0. Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away.
Let's go.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. And he will lose yardage on the play. Back at his own 19-yard line. This will be a loss of 3 and now a much tougher 3rd down looming. So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long. Operating from the gun, Franks. And that will be incomplete. That makes them now 0 for 2 here in the first quarter on 3rd down conversions.
And now they'll look to their defense because they need them to step up so they don't fall further behind here in the early going.
Pilardi now on to punt as he sends this one away. Pulled in at the 24. A good return there. Call it 13 yards. And it'll be Redskins football now with a 1st and 10. Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well. The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
On 2nd down now, Swift. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. On third down, Swift. He's got a first down and then some at midfield. And he's going to get this into enemy territory at the 45. The Redskins have the first down on a pickup of 18.
First and 10 at the 45-yard line. I'm going to come back to you. I'm going to come back to you. Get along. Rush. Lucky. Hey, tighten up, tighten up, tighten up. Oh,
now a handoff here to his running back. It'll go as a pickup of 14 and a Washington first down. The CD a lot of times like to separate speed and quickness, and they've got a back that's both. We know that he's fast in the open field, but, man, his first step is so quick, too.
It is something, isn't it? Because you think of that type of speed getting to the perimeter and turning upfield, but also when you run those inside runs, he can get into the secondary so fast the linebackers don't have a chance to react.
Now Jackson on first down. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. Really good defensive effort. They were all over that little swing pass out to the right side before lost yardage.
Terrific read, better execution, and done with a lot of enthusiasm, wasn't it?
Absolutely.
They saw it all the way, ran to the football, and caused a nice play for lost yardage.
The loss of 3 on that first down pass play, now 2nd and 13.
check, 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 check. Wide motion.
And a give this time to the tailback. And for a second straight play, just nowhere to go thanks to this Carolina defense. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play. And they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here.
It's our field. It's our field. Hey, it's our house. Bang, 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 bang. Hey, hey, drop. Watch 24.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to get this to the 31, but that is still well short of what he needed. That'll be good for 6, but now it's 4th down. Getting the sense, Charles, they're going to put a big emphasis this afternoon on the run game.
And why not? What we're seeing so far is working pretty well from them. And here's the best part. We always talk about the best performers do their job when the lights come on. I think he likes natural light best.
So chalk that down as an 8-play drive capped with a field goal.
Yeah, as a friend of mine used to say, they were moving and grooving for a while, but they couldn't keep the momentum going enough to get a touchdown out of it.
Dustin Hopkins to kick off for Washington.
Following the made field goal for 3, Hopkins now to kick it off. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line.
At their own 22-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And it's been a rocky start for them thus far. They had the turnover and then the punt on those first 2 drives.
So there is optimism because they've improved, right? Turnover, you just noted it.
Punt's better than the turnover.
The punt is better on the second one. Now they're hoping to turn it into first downs and hopefully points.
17-0 our score after 1. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11.
Watch the twist, watch the twist. Slam, slam, slam. Check 9, check 9. Lock it. 54 seconds, go.
From the gun, Franks. And he's got the hook up to Moore. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. 2 catches now in this divisional round matchup. That one, a first down.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down. Executed it to perfection.
Watch the ship, watch the ship. Squeeze, squeeze, get in there.
On first down, Slade, and he'll be taken down right around the 34 after a pickup of only a yard.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Here we go. Here we go. Race don't travel. Race don't travel.
On second down, Slade. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
Some of these play calls, I think they're a little conservative, but you know me, because it's easy to sit up in this booth, right, and make all the calls and think I'm going to be correct. But I would like to see them open things up, because otherwise this defense is going to gang up on the run and shut them down.
Let's go now. 8, read. Here we go. Smoke.
To throw on third down. Franks. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Montez Sweat with a big-time sack on third down. It's a loss of 7. Here's Michael Pilardi now as he'll punt it away for the second time. He gets us away. It's a good one, drawing toward the sidelines.
Let's go. Do it.
At their own 23-yard line.
Let's go now.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And thus far, the weather has not slowed this offense down one bit. They've looked good so far in the first half.
They certainly have, and think back to our meeting with the head coach, and we asked him because we saw the forecast for this game, didn't we? We said, hey, have you prepared for this? And he talked about the different drills that they've done in adverse conditions, the wet ball drills, things of that nature. He said, I don't think it's going to slow us down much. We tend to handle it pretty well, and he's been right.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. They find some open field here. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Give him 16 yards there, and it's a Redskin first down.
And while we're seeing more and more of these plays come from the college game into the NFL, and that one, it was run with great success, how about the evolution of the offensive linemen? We're seeing less and less big guys who can't move and more guys who are a lot more mobile and can get out in front of that type of a play.
And he does take it in for the touchdown, but a flag on the field, and I don't think this is going to stand.
Yeah, don't put the points on the board just yet.
So the illegal forward pass also costs him a down, and now it's 2nd and long.
Check three. Watch safety creeping. Safety's creeping. 81. That's it.
Now Jackson. And this one complete to Will Fuller. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
That's a gain of 5. Brings up 3rd and 9.
You can't block me. You can't block me. You can't block me.
On 3rd down, Swift. And he gets this only to the 41. Not near enough for the first. 3 yards won't be enough here as that'll bring up 4th down. Second quarter action, 2 minutes to go on divisional round weekend. So on 4th down, here's Sam Cook to punt it away. This is away and a very good kick, angled for the sidelines. And it's out of bounds. Now we'll see what the side... Judge says. He says out at the 8-yard line.
Let's go.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the second quarter, but you're down.
You don't want to.
Well, no, but let me finish.
Okay, my bad.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it, you mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that. They've got to find a way to get on their toes and start punching instead of retreating, to use a boxing analogy.
Looking to throw on second down. Franks. He's trying to fit it into Moore, but it's intercepted. Monte Nicholson picks it, and his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line. Second interception for him now here in this first half. And you got to think he's a rookie, Charles. How much does confidence start to become a factor?
I think that's a great question, because that's what they're going to check on when he gets to the sidelines. The coach is going to check on, his teammates are going to check on it, because when you haven't done it before, it's not something that's part of you. You got to see how you're going to react. Let's see how he bounces back.
Yeah, because 2 interceptions for him in college and a half. I mean, that just didn't happen. They'll run on first down. Swift. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. It's a loss of 4 on the first down play. Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. And he'll give it here to his running back. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. The Redskins now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long. From the gun, it's Jackson. And Austin Safarian-Jenkins has it. Now Washington going to use the second of their 3 timeouts, as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half. They'll break the huddle here and go for it. This is 4th down.
Watch tight. Tight ends right. 3 down.
They'll try and run for it. And he is not going anywhere. They stop him for no gain. Well, we looked at each other right when he flinched. We knew that that flag was coming.
Yeah, offsides, easy call, mark off the 5, and keep it moving.
A lack of discipline defensively on 4th down, and now that leads to a 1st and 10. Blitz coming, and down he goes. The Redskins going to go ahead and use their final timeout, as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half. So 2nd and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range.
14's the mic.
Throwing is Jackson. And his pass incomplete. Well, prior to that, he had hit his first 6 passes to start the game, so on a nice little run to begin.
It feels like this offense has carried its dress rehearsal into the game. You know, because you do practice it, you do go through it, and in this case, it is clicking exactly like they drew it up.
And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And likely time for one final play here in the half, so they will go for it on 4th down. So we've come upon halftime here in this NFC Divisional Round matchup. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. A trip to the NFC title game hanging in the balance. Second half action back underway. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And that first half, one to forget really on both sides of the ball. They got to find some way to string something together here, don't they?
Yeah, they're down big right now. So as you mentioned, trying to find something to string together, get some consistency, something sustained, maybe calm their whole team down and find a way to get back in this one.
Yeah, because right now you're down big, you're being shut out. Let's see if this is the drive that kind of kickstarts them. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
I got you. I got you. Go, go. Right there. 54, right there, right there.
Operating from the gun. Franks nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Montez Sweat able to get in there for his second sack of the afternoon.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in third and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
Now, the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
Now throwing on third down there, but he cannot connect. Another drive comes and goes. Still nothing on the scoreboard.
Yeah, and when the second half comes, you know, it's real easy to get discouraged and wonder if you're ever going to get things started. You just got to fight through it. Got to keep pounding away.
And taken right on the 30. Well, that'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And that will come the offense as they take over. Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. They have the lead here. Well, we talk a lot about pregame speeches. What are halftime speeches like?
For the most part, not nearly as emotional. They're a lot more clinical. Every now and then, though, they'll get after you if they think they need to light a fire. But in this case, let's go into the virtual locker room, because here's what I think happened. They got in there and they said, listen, let's take control right away. Defense, we've got the lead. Defense, don't give up any points. Turn the ball back over to the offense and let them go down and score and give us more of a cushion in the game. Check so far. Defense shut them down. Let's see what the offense gets done.
They'll keep it on the ground. Swift, and he'll get about 3 as he takes this up near the 25.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
On third down, Jackson. And he finds McLaurin. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A big gain of 28 as the drive continues. So from Panther territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 47. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete. The all-pro linebacker Luke Kuechly right there on the coverage, stride for stride. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. To throw again. Jackson. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Shaq Thompson making his presence felt on the sack.
Enough takes a start to have a good drive. Quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
Here's Jackson on 3rd and long. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked up by James Bradbury. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. They needed a break. They needed to make a play here in the 3rd quarter. Defensively, they did that. Now they got to go quickly and get some points on the board.
And the best part is that they made their own break. Taking the ball away. Now they just look at their offense and saying, guys,
let's go.
Come on, capitalize on this one.
80 weapon. 80 weapon. Let's go.
On first down, Slade. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. No gain on the play there. 2nd down. To throw on 2nd down. Franks. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Monte Nicholson picks it. Certainly not what he was hoping for, Charles. That's now 3 interceptions in this ball game.
But there's a lot of knowledge to be gleaned every time you throw an interception if you do things the right way. And hasn't there been a pretty darn good quarterback along the way who threw a lot of interceptions early, learned from them, and became great later?
Who would that be?
That'd be one Peyton Manning. Threw 28 his rookie year. That's the NFL record. How'd things turn out for him?
I think okay. He's a guy in all the commercials now, right?
Yeah, I think he's doing okay.
And they'll get him down after after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
Ready. 14's the it's just me and you. It's just me and you. Hustle. Begin.
From the 25 on 2nd down, Jackson flush to his right. He's going to take off with it. 5 yards on the scramble, and that's enough to pick up the first. The last drive, remember, similar situation. He forced the ball into coverage through the pick. He learned better there.
Yeah, similar to a golfer that's confronted with a shot that you just can't make. Sometimes you have to take your medicine, as they say, right? Just pull it down, take off, and go. Don't make something worse than what it was.
Check. Kill. Hey. Kill.
They'll run on 1st down. Swift. And he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18. James Bradbury there to make the tackle.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stopped that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
Escaping the pressure right. And this is going to be intercepted. Dante Jackson picks it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Well, I get what he was trying to do. He was moving to his right and trying to shift the coverage, but instead he shifted the coverage also to the right and threw right into it for an interception.
H3-2-18. Chopper.
Check 4.
Ready, go.
On 1st down, Slade. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. It'll be a loss of 1, and it'll be 2nd and 11.
At the 19-yard line.
And this will probably be the last play of the quarter. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Franks. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he's going to lose yardage here back to the 14-yard line. 1 quarter remains for a trip to the NFC title game. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Panthers on 3rd down. Not good. 0 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 16.
He's crashing. He's checking crash. See it. On. Check it out.
From the gun, Franks. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off at the 24. And he'll take this back down inside the 20. Boy, you just kind of feel for him right now. 4 interceptions, and you can almost see through his face mask. There's a lot going on in between the ears.
There certainly is, and probably way too much, because now he's probably doubting himself a little bit, wondering what adjustments he has to make. But here's what he needs to do. Get through this game, go to the press conference, meet it head on, and show your teammates you're ready to shoulder what happened today, and you'll be ready for the next game.
And if he can do that as a rookie, that's a great sign of maturity. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. That play gets him 6 yards and sets them up with a 1st and goal.
First and goal at the 8-yard line.
You got 6. You got that right there. He's checking. Crash. Tight. Watch. Quick.
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Brian Burns picks up his second sack of the afternoon.
Well, there's still time to rectify this situation because the silver lining, they took a sack on 1st and goal. But that close to the goal line, that still definitely hurts.
So they get pushed back to the 11, and here's 2nd and goal. And again this time to the tailback. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. No gain on the play there, and they're going to need to come up with something better here on 3rd and goal. The Redskins on 3rd down, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. They're looking at a 3rd and goal here. From the gun, Jackson, and that is caught. Touchdown, Washington. Austin Safarian-Jenkins there to make the grab. And the Redskins capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6. Extra point good by Hopkins. And the lead is now 24. Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason. Now a loose football. The ball comes out, and the Redskins scoop it. And an alley to run. And they'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Washington. So a great play there by the defense. If these guys are going to advance, and it looks like they will, this defense a big reason why. And they love carrying the mantle for this team, don't they? You see the way that they move around out there? They want to lead this team deeper into the playoffs and hopefully onto the Super Bowl. And that return for a touchdown certainly helps that cause.
Dustin Hopkins to kick off for Washington.
So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score.
The Panthers take over 1st and 10.
Let's go.
At their own
Let's go.
25-yard line.
Here we
The
go.
Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And let's just say they're going to be looking to start over on this drive. A few moments ago, they were in the exact situation, but their first play led to a fumble that was returned for 6.
Yeah, you definitely have to have a short memory to play in the NFL. You got to remember what you did wrong so you don't repeat it, but you can't dwell on it because then you will repeat it, and that's what you don't want to do.
So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield.
Right there. 54, right there.
Hayward.
54, Mike. Watch the run. They're running.
Ready.
Looking to throw. Franks. There goes a deep ball. End zone. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked up by Fabian Moreau. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. They brought the house that time on the young rookie, maybe a little rattled through the pick.
And you have to be prepared for a lot of pressure as a rookie quarterback because most defensive coordinators are going to test you that way. So when you see that, the ball's got to get out of your hands quickly, and that means your receivers have to understand they have to break off their routes quickly as well.
After the interception, here's Jackson. Slings this deep from McLaurin. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. He was trying to get it to Terry McLaurin. That'll bring up 2nd down. Fourth quarter, you've got the big lead. If you're coaching, Charles, you still taking shots like that downfield?
I'd be a little more concerned with running some clock and making sure you're taking care of the lead because you keep flinging it around, you throw a couple of picks, you can put yourself in jeopardy.
Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. It's a first down for the Redskins on a pickup of 11.
We always talk about having to read defenses and how complicated that is. Well, this was an excellent read. Read the pressure and got rid of the football before it even got to him for a nice gain.
And when they're blitzing like that, running back usually a good spot to go with the football?
Without a doubt, because he's right in your sight line or he's near you. So you're able to just get it to him easily. And once he gets in space, that's usually a good matchup for him.
Give him 16 yards there, and it's a Redskin first down. This quarterback now 12 of 17 through the air as he leads his guys up on first down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get across midfield and into Carolina territory. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
From just shy of midfield, Jackson is going to find his running back. It's complete. And he's got room. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Redskin football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Flushed out right, looking for the end zone. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. Second down. 2nd and 10 now from the 27.
Check 31.
They'll run it now out of the gun. On this day, the ground has been his, but at least on that individual play, we just saw the defense finally with a win.
Yeah, they finally got one, and that's a win for them, but all game long, he's seen the holes, and they've been huge for him. Kind of like a baseball hitter in the zone. The ball seems bigger, and he's just whacking it. These guys, they got it going today.
A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete. So out comes the field goal team now for the second time here today. He made his first attempt, this from 45. Hopkins' kick is good. And they're well on their way now as the lead grows even larger. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the fourth.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
That's it, baby. We got work.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this?
For a lot of coaches,
Be honest.
don't forget today. Don't forget what has happened out here.
Use that as ammo going
Exactly.
forward.
Take a great look at that scoreboard. Realize how poorly everything went for us today. Coaching, playing, the whole deal. And never forget it, because
You're not going to want that feeling again.
no, you don't want that feeling again. And who knows? You may meet up with this team again.
Throwing again. Franks. That's into the hands of Edwards. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. The Panthers have the first. It's a gain of 12. Back to throw. Franks. And now here is another interception. Picked off by the linebacker, Jalen Smith. And he will score. Touchdown, Washington. The Redskins now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. That's the story of the game. They've been suffocating all game long on defense. They were suffocating there again in a big way.
And they've done it not just by out-athleting them, which is often the case, but by being able to adjust to anything they tried to throw at them and beating them to the punch each and every time. This was a defense that was well prepared.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. That'll be taken in the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have stayed where he was, as he'll only get back to the 16-yard line. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. Let's just be frank. They're playing for pride at this point.
That's all that's left, because victory, not a chance now. And I can't wait to see how they actually go about doing it, because there are a lot of people watching the body language of the guys on the field now, and if they call plays they want executed, they need to do that and do it really well. Otherwise, there could be repercussions.
We'll see how they handle the waning moments of this one. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. To throw again, Franks. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Operating from the gun, Franks. And the throw there going to be incomplete. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure, the backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
The 3 straight incompletions, they don't care. That hasn't dissuaded them. They're going to go for it on 4th. And my goodness, another interception. Picked up by Troy Apke. And they're going to be set up in the red zone at the 15. The rookie was trying to push it downfield, but the safety bit him.
And he'll learn that you have to hold the safety. And you do that with your head movement, your eyes, sometimes your shoulders. Hold the safety so that you can get back to the throw that you really want to make. He got so excited thinking his guy was open that he made it easy for the defensive back to go get the football.
It's a good gain of 11. Sets him up 1st and goal. Now it's Jackson. Under pressure, down he goes. Sacked at the 10. And one of the whistles for a timeout. So they'll stop the clock here in a game that's been decided in the closing seconds. Now from the 9, here's 2nd and goal.
You're not ready. You're not ready.
Oh, Jackson's going to throw it. And that is caught. But he will come down out of bounds, says the side judge. Incomplete. And it's incomplete. Clock now showing 0:05. That's all we have left here in the 4th.
Here we go, D. Get off the field. Short. 14's the mark. Take off.
3rd and goal, Jackson. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
Intended for Terry McLaurin. Incomplete. It's now 4th down and goal.
Well, they could just run this clock out, but here is the field goal unit on 4th down. This is a 26-yard attempt. And the kick is good. So you wonder how this one might be remembered the next time these two teams meet. But until then, this game's over. So they stay alive in the NFL playoffs, move on to the conference championship. And do you think that the printing press is starting to get those T-shirts and hats ready, my friend?
They have to, Brandon. They have to be ready, because if you win, you've got to hand those out on the field right away. And just think about the pressure for the players now. Families are going to be talking about tickets to the Super Bowl even before you play the conference championship game.
So that'll do it for us. For my partner, Charles Davis, and all the hard-working men and women on our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL right here on EA Sports. It's a win for the Redskins as we say so long from FedEx Field.